everybody, just another average Joe here. Like many of you, I'm not blessed with access to a private range, so I have to do most of my practice at my local public range. I know this can be discouraging, um, as we often feel that we're restricted in how we're allowed to shoot. And many of my friends who I train with, they have told me that they don't like to shoot at the public ranges. Mainly because they can't train the way they want to, or they're not allowed to do anything they view as useful. They tell me it's just a waste of ammo, like they're plinking. So I just wanted to share with you a 100-round practice routine that I do at the public range that lets you get some skills and drills in without resulting in the verbal beatdown from the range safety officer. So hopefully this helps and you can get some work in. Now, this is not meant to replace training from an instructor. I'm not an instructor. I'm just an average Joe like many of you who's just trying to get some extra practice in at the range. So if you're not familiar with any of these exercises in this video, please find a qualified instructor in your area and take a lesson or two. You won't regret it. If anything, you'll probably have a lot of fun. And it's not a bad idea to take instruction or courses anyway. This is just a guideline. You can switch up any of the drills as you see fit, or work on any skills that you want to focus on. This is just my general practice session. I often switch it up if I feel the need to work on certain fundamentals or skills. So keep in mind that working with a range within the range restrictions can create some training or practice scars. So for me, these issues are minor compared to just not practicing at all. Shooting is a perishable skill, so you just need to get out there and put some rounds downrange. Just be mindful also to practice those fundamentals or skills that are necessary to advance. So you don't want to rush this. Work on what you need to. If it's trigger squeeze or sight acquisition, then work on those. You don't need to rush through these drills. The more time you spend getting your fundamentals down, the better and faster you'll be in the long run. So keep that in mind. And just remember, safety first. So I've made my drills compliant with my range rules, and you can just make any adjustments that you need with yours. So please make sure that you're familiar with your personal public range rules and modify your training accordingly. First, I dry fire. I do warm up. I like to do 5 to 10 dry fires, focusing on just bringing my sights on target and getting a clean trigger press. So be mindful of the follow through, work on that, getting that trigger retention as if you're preparing for the follow-up shot. I treat the dry fire as I would my slow fire or accuracy shots. Try and use every opportunity as well to practice skills. So for instance, even with resetting the striker or trigger when you're doing your dry fires, turn that into a press check or a tap and rack as if you had a malfunction drill. Just so you're doing something with it, not just just resetting your striker. So as most of us can't practice drawing from the holster at our public range, what I do is I have my starting position actually with the pistol muzzle downrange at waist level at the front bench. And then when I raise it, I just go through my draw stroke. So bringing it up to from the bench, up to the chest, and then present forward. This will let me work on my sight acquisition as if I was drawing without violating any range rules. So this way here, you can train as if you're drawing from the holster without drawing from the holster. And that way, when you do get to draw from the holster, it's not such a foreign concept. So I do preload all my magazines for a 100-round session. I load 10 magazines with 10 rounds each. If you want to add some dummy rounds to add some complexity, you can mix some dummy rounds or snap caps to simulate type 1 malfunctions, or so you can get some tap and rack in whatever drill. And one of the reasons I use the I like to preload my magazines is just so that I don't know where the dummies fall um, in the training session. Otherwise, sometimes I'm kind of looking for it. So next, slow, accurate fire. I use one 10-round magazine. I repeat my dry fire drill. I shoot at the 1-inch circles on my targets. I like to focus on site acquisition from the start. This will help me work on my consistent movement, which will later translate to speed. So don't rush this exercise. This is for accurate shot placement. So third, controlled pairs or double taps. I do one 10-round magazine for this. What we want to do here is just step up from our last drill. We're going to do the exact same thing except focusing on the center of the target. We're going to focus on trigger retention and using the trigger reset for the follow-up shot. So for all the public indoor and outdoor ranges I've been to, they don't allow rapid fire or more than one shot a second, but they do allow controlled pairs or double taps. Again, go through your draw stroke from the bench or low ready. Here we'll push out and shoot for center mass. This drill will focus on working on your trigger reset and follow-up shot. And remember, in all these drills, only go as fast as you can safely and accurately to complete the task. Don't worry about only getting one mag control pairs, as we'll be doing more in our other drills. So next we're doing target transitioning drill. We'll use two 10-round magazines here. At my range, I set up two targets side by side. You can set your targets at different ranges if you like, or use different size targets. I generally do all of my drills alternating the start targets left and right. Here we'll fire 4 shots for every draw, 1, 2, 1, 1 shot to the first target, transition to the second target, and fire a controlled pair, then transition back to the first target for a single follow-up. If your dud rounds or snap caps come up on, just do a tap and rack and finish the drill. Yeah, you'll need to reload midway through this drill. So like I mentioned earlier, maximize your practice time and use this opportunity to practice your emergency reloads. So if your range allows it, also add a step to the side to include some movement. If you have a dud in your exercise, you can either finish the drill on an odd number of shots, or you can load the appropriate number of loose rounds in one of your empties and include another emergency reload. So depending on your transition speed and the strictness of your range, you may want to pause before firing some of your shots to keep your shot timing in compliance with the range rules. If this is the case, work on the speed of acquiring the next target. It may cause a little practice scar, but it's still better than not practicing at all. So 5, emergency reloads. We take two 10-round magazines. I take one round from one of the magazines and load a third magazine with one round. So load the 1-round magazine to start, and in this drill, I'll also practice target acquisition. So I have to reacquire target after the reload. So generally, I pick 2 locations like heart and head. Heart, reload, head. And if your range allows some movement, again, include a side step just so you're used to moving when you're reloading. Okay, next we'll do a failure to stop or Mozambique drill. 3 10-round magazines. We're going to shoot 2 to the heart, 1 to the head. For range compliance, start with a controlled pair to the heart and then transition to the head for a single shot. So if you need to pause there to remain in compliance, you can. Like other drills, alternate targets with each simulated draw stroke. So finally, I like to wrap up my final magazine doing a slow range fire. This can be whatever target range you have available. Make it a challenge, but don't make it impossible. You want to end your session on a good note. My range has a steel plate at 100 yards, so I shoot at that. This is a longer range slow fire exercise, so take your time, get good shot, good sight picture, and just try and hit your target. Obviously, you can add or subtract any number of activities, but this is just my general practice set at my range. So I also recommend speaking to the RSO and let them know what you're doing. You may be surprised. I found that on occasion, after speaking to them, They sometimes observe what you're doing on the line, and they give you a little slack in your practice. So I'll be putting out a video soon on different dry fire tools as well, like snap caps, laser cartridges, those clicky magazine things that you can put in your Glock, cool fire CO2 trainers, as well as another video looking at a couple of the laser dry fire apps like the Strikeman, Mantis, Dry Fire Online. So if you know of others that you'd also like me to take a look at, let me know in the comments below. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful or helpful, and if so, please check out some of my other videos and click on the like and subscribe. If you'd like to know when new videos come out, make sure to click that notification bell as well. All right, thank you again, and guys, have a great day.